The changes in how cameras are now being designed and made are also definitely changing how we use them and how we travel with our photography gear. And that has also changed how we use our camera bags in bringing our camera gear to wherever we go. In this video, we're going to take a look at something relatively old and something new, and the combination of the two of them really changed how camera bags have been made in the past few years. In this video, we'll check out the Peak Design Travel Backpack 30-liter and the all-new version 2 Peak Design Camera Cubes. So this is the Peak Design Travel Backpack 30 liters. And as I said, it is relatively old. It's been around for a couple of years now, but I only got my hands on one of them very recently. And to be honest, it's something that I really enjoyed having to use in my recent trips. Of course, it stays true to the common design identity of Peak Design bags, which is, of course, minimalistic design. And basically, what a lot of photographers love about these bags is that if you didn't know of the brand, then you wouldn't know that there are expensive camera gear inside the bag. And that's something that you actually enjoy, especially in places where you wouldn't want to attract thieves or whatever danger there might be around. So it's really nice to have a bag that's somewhat inconspicuous. Now, this is again the 30-liter version. There is, of course, a 45-liter version, and there are some differences between them that I will also mention along the way. But basically, the 30-liter version, it's 53 centimeters tall, 34 centimeters wide, and about 18 to 20 centimeters deep. Why the difference? Well, mainly because it has this expanding feature that basically allows you to take in a bit more volume. And actually, when it's not expanded, it's around 27 liters. But when you expand it, it goes all the way to 33. So technically, it is a 33-liter bag. Now, one thing that I will never get tired of saying, because this is something that I think every bag manufacturer should be doing, is that this is made out of 100% recycled 400D nylon canvas. So all the material that we have here comes from recycled material, which is something very good that Peak Design and a lot of other brands have been starting to do for the past couple of years. Now, to be honest, ever since Peak Design bags have been getting popular, my major concern about them before I actually owned one of them is that I would always be afraid that it would get dirty. But this is actually double poly-coated for moisture resistance, for water resistance. And when I took this on my recent trip to Hong Kong, I really made sure to not give a damn about the bag. What I mean is that I didn't care if it was getting wet by rain. I didn't care if I was placing it on wet surfaces or dirty surfaces. And to be honest, I did not clean this at all, but it still looks pretty good. Of course, it's not 100% spotless. There are some dust marks that I could probably wipe away with a wet cloth or something like that. But generally, the double coating of DWR was definitely effective because I did not, of course, get any damage on my gear, even if we were shooting in the rain, we were walking in the rain. And basically, it's really nothing to worry about, and I am really convinced about that. Now let's talk about compartments. The main compartment, we'll get to that in just a bit, but there is also a front compartment right here that actually has a lot of secondary pockets. It has one zippered pocket right here that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 small pockets that you can actually use for small items such as batteries, memory cards, coins, keys, or whatever. And on the other side, we have another set of 3 stretchable pockets right here that are a bit bigger than the ones in front. Now, for bigger things like maybe your phone, your passport, your wallet, and other small accessories, you can place them in the main compartment of this front pocket. Now, there are also 2 stretchable pockets right here that can be perfect for storing your water bottle or alternatively, your travel tripod. In addition, there's another pocket right here that's just perfect for storing IDs, or in my case, my octopus card when I was in Hong Kong, and I place it right here because, well, it's very easy to access whenever we take the train or the bus. In addition, we have another pocket right here with a magnetic latch that is perfect for stuff that you don't want to put inside that might be a little wet. For example, your wet rain cover or possibly a dirty shirt. Now, one thing I really like about this bag is there are so many handles for you to easily carry it. There's a handle on this side, there's a handle on this side, a handle on this side, a handle on this side, and a handle on this side. So technically, the only surface without a handle is this front part, because why would you carry it from the front? But there is one here in the back that I really, really like. Plus, in addition, there is this sort of half pocket wherein you can actually store the shoulder straps of the backpack if for some reason you're not carrying it as a backpack. For example, if you want to latch this onto your rolling luggage, or you simply want to carry it like this. Now let's talk about the main compartment. What you need to know about the Peak Design travel backpack is that it was not made exclusively as a camera bag. But of course, in this context, we are taking a look at it as a camera bag, but we'll also see how it can change in terms of the roles that it can play in your travel gear or in the things that you use when you travel. What we have here is a main opening that basically allows you to reveal the entire compartment. And here on the rear panel, we have a huge laptop sleeve right here that can comfortably fit a 16-inch laptop. I use a 16-inch laptop, which is why I know it fits. I'm not pretty sure if a 17-inch laptop can fit here. I don't even think anyone makes 17-inch laptops anymore. Correct me if I'm wrong. But there's also a smaller pocket here for a tablet or an iPad. And so it can actually carry two devices right here. Now, in addition, there are also pockets on both sides with their own zippers right here. So smaller items you can put here. Another one here on this side. And we have pockets here with zippers as well behind the front panel. And we also have additional straps for extra accessories that you might want to mount on the loops that we have here on the front surface. So the thing with this backpack, of course, I know a lot of you are already familiar with it, is that it is modular. Meaning that you can use this bag as it is, you can just put your clothes in there, your extra food or whatever, and you can just zip it up and carry it around. However, Peak Design also has other accessories for it, such as the packing cubes that you can use to keep your clothes nice and tidy, and even a tech pouch and many other stuff. But of course, in the context of this review, this is what we are entirely after. And this is, of course, the Peak Design Camera Cube. And this is actually a new version that just got announced and just came out. So this is what we are actually taking a look at. That's relatively new for all of you who are pretty much already familiar with the Peak Design bags. Now this, of course, has some enhancements in it, and let's take a look at that. Now, before we get inside, one huge thing that you will notice is that this now has a 360-degree handle, meaning that every side of this is actually laced by this durable strap that you can use as a handle. And of course, there are also some loops wherein you can put some accessories, some straps, and that, of course, includes the Peak Design straps so that you can carry this camera cube on its own without having to carry any of the other bags. Now, to be honest, that is actually a feature that I really like because of one thing. I'm either carrying a camera bag or I'm carrying a camera with a strap. I don't ever recall voluntarily wearing a camera bag and a camera strap. I always wish that I could just put the strap on the bag and just mount my camera on it. Now, this allows you basically to use the same strap that you use with your camera, of course, on the bag. And I really like that. However, what I really want if ever Peak Design actually listens to what I say, is that maybe they could include the links already built into the bags. And they could just have a nice pocket, just like the pocket that keeps the shoulder straps on the travel backpack. They could just have a nice little pocket that keeps the links for the strap. And I don't know, maybe this is just me. I really like the fact that this mounts onto the Peak Design straps, but I wish I did not have to look for additional links that I may have lost in one of my toolboxes just so that I can use this with the strap. But generally, of course, I like this feature. It's just something that I would like to suggest. Now, in addition to the main access door, which we will get to in just a bit, there are, of course, access doors here on the sides. So depending on how you arrange your gear, you can have some pieces of gear that are easily accessible through the side. And of course, there is another one here on the opposite side. So you can technically assign maybe a camera and a lens that you want to access really easily and put them where the doors are. Now, the possibility of being able to open the backpacks from the side are both available on the 30 and the 45 liter. Technically, you can just unzip it right here and reach for whatever you want to reach inside. However, it seems that the 45 liter has a bit of a curvature right here so that it somehow acts like a secondary access door for the sides instead of just being a partial opening on the zipper, just like what I'm doing here. And I basically just want to see a more dedicated side access on the 30 liter backpack so that it can be properly aligned with the side access on the camera cube. When I first opened this, I said, wow, that is a lot of dividers. There are literally so many dividers here that when I brought the bag to Hong Kong, I left some of them at home because I didn't bring as much gear. But that's a really good thing because, of course, you have so many options to rearrange and just organize all your stuff. And, you can never have too many dividers because you can, of course, just remove them through the Velcro attachment and rearrange them however you want. So this entire cube is, of course, something you can rearrange anytime so that you can basically put anything you want in here, even a tripod. It also includes this pouch right here that contains these clips that allow you to basically fasten these loops right here onto the sides of the travel backpack. Another thing I liked about this, you can technically remove the padding on this part right here. Now, why would you want to do that? You can actually fold this down right here so that when you put it inside the bag, you don't have an unnecessary layer that's just going to be in the way of getting your stuff. Now, when it comes to combining them and using them together, well, it's very easy. You just open the travel backpack, get this one, and technically you don't even need to follow any direction, but I would like to keep it this way. And you put it inside right there. And that's technically it. However, if you want to secure them, then of course you're going to need these. And you basically align the clips onto the loops so that you can keep them together and you can keep it as organized as you want. And there we go. This is, of course, the Peak Design 30 liter travel backpack. And inside it is the second version of the Peak Design camera cubes. This combination is the epitome of modularity. Now, of course, if you have any questions about them, any opinion, any suggestions to Peak Design on what you might see, especially because I'm having this feeling, and this is totally just me, that there might also be an update to the travel backpacks. But yeah, I've already said my piece. And if you have yours, then you can leave them down below in the comment section. And of course, if you're new to the channel, my name is Nico Valenzuela. I'm a landscape and architectural photographer. And this channel has way too much gear. But if you're into that, then hit that notification bell and hit that subscribe button. And in any case, thanks for watching.